Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. And I'm mad for a lot of reasons, but you'll be surprised for this one. Another white male, Ron Howard, the one that no one complained about because it's okay for another white male to clean up the junk. You bring him when you're in trouble. Now, I'm for diversity, but we're going to explore the situation with Disney, Lucasfilm, and just giving big tentpole movies to directors that are unprepared, and how it doesn't help anybody, even if you are for diversity. So that's what we're going to examine for this one. So some viewers have complained to me that I shouldn't boycott Solo because it's not Ron Howard's fault. And I say to those viewers, Ron Howard, for the sloppy second cleanup, is half the reason I'm boycotting. Ron Howard deserves better. The fans, the property, the characters all deserve better. Do you know how many amazing Star Wars movies we could get if they just used the talent, the tried and true talent, directors in Hollywood? I would love for upcoming directors to get a chance, but this is a problem in Hollywood. It shouldn't be a Star Wars problem, and it shouldn't be a fan or a customer problem. And just putting untested talent at the head of the list when they are not tested, like Rian Johnson, is why we are in this situation, and giving him full reign. If you're going to use untested talent, you don't give them full reign. You do a collaboration, make sure they stay on point, and have a plan. And Kathleen doesn't have a plan. She's just hiring whoever she thinks and giving them full reign. This is how we're in this situation. Ron Howard could have done Last Jedi and been amazing. And you wouldn't be in this mess. Lots of other great directors could too. Why do we have to wait for Guillermo del Toro? He does amazing creature effects and story. He deserves a trilogy, not Rian Johnson. So I am boycotting because Ron Howard only got considered for the cleanup and sloppy seconds. And that is the only time another old white male is going to be considered for these Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars movies. And ageism is a real thing. And the pendulum has gone too far the other way. Because diversity is important, representation is, but we also need, for the good of the property, tried, true, and tested Star Wars directors, especially when we're in the situation we are now. Because Ron Howard is not even considered for a saga film or a trilogy. What a waste of an opportunity. If you want to bring on new untested talent, you need to someone that can mold and collaborate. And Kathy is not the head of Lucasfilm that can mold new talent. She gives them free reign and tries to fix it at the end. She's more concerned about deadlines, and she'd rather reshoot half the movie and fix it in the end than try to help mold and create and cultivate new talent. She's the problem. Kathy can't do it. She just says, here's the keys and do what you want. And that's a big problem. Can you imagine if Ron Howard had the chance to plan from the start Solo and had his input on casting? What a different film we would get. And who else do you think, viewers, I'd love to hear your responses. Who else do you think could easily make a great Star Wars movie? Ridley Scott has gone on a record for the Disney and their mismanagement. And here's some quotes from him. Much hubbub has been raised over who is and who is not directing the new Star Wars movies, with several directors, namely Josh Trank, Colin Trevorrow, Phil Lord, and Chris Miller, getting fired from that franchise far, far away. Everyone has opinion on this, of course, including Ridley Scott. The all the money in the world director, who has been highly outspoken of late, is especially candid in a Vulture interview by the release of his new thriller. And this is what he had to say, and it's very interesting. I think Disney like to be in control, and I like to be in control myself. He says of the higher-ups in charge of Star Wars, when you get a guy who's done a low-budget movie and suddenly give him $180 million, it makes no sense whatsoever. It's effing stupid. You know what the reshoots cost? He asks, apparently, rhetorically. Millions, he answers. You can get me for my fee, which is heavy, but I'll be under budget and on time. That is where experience does matter. It's as simple as that. It can make you dull as dishwater, but if you're really experienced and you know what you're doing, it's effing essential. Grow into it little by little. Start low budget, get a little bit bigger. Maybe after 20 million could go to 80 million, but do not suddenly go to 160. As whether he's been offered a helm a Star Wars film, Scott says no, because in his words, he's too dangerous. So I really wanted this to be one of my boycott vids, and Ridley Scott's comments absolutely make sense. Opportunity needs to happen in Hollywood, but you don't suddenly give someone who did a low-budget movie $180 million. It's stupid, and it doesn't help the property, it doesn't help the characters, it doesn't help the paying customers and the fans. And that's how we got to this point. And Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm, you will be very sorry soon. The boycott is real, and I encourage you all to join in, because it's not right that he only got to do the cleanup. He should have had an opportunity from the start. If he did Last Jedi, we wouldn't be in this situation. Have a nice one, and you don't have to follow me anywhere. I just want you to keep it real, and I want you to join in the conversation. That's why I make these vids. I want the conversation to go and get real. So see you in the next hot topic.